everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is empaths are gifted people. Empaths are very gifted people. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Okay, we have a letter. Let's dive right into this letter and see what she says. She starts off by saying, situations and people that are fake or who sweep the truth under the rug make me uneasy and uncomfortable to the point of leaving the room. I don't know why my friends are doing this, and sometimes I take a break from them. All right. I am 46 and happily single. A brief background: I was sexually abused by my aunt at 5 years old. Come from a divorced family, and my stepfather abused me as well. I ran away to other countries with men thinking I was in love, but really wanted to get the hell out of my house situation in New York. I had an abusive 5-year relationship abroad. Then another one here in France 7 years ago. I ended it in 2019, went back home, and felt the universe pushing me to run back to what I had been running away from all those years. My trauma and my stepfather and mother. After 2 weeks from that breakup in France, from a French military man, I went back to New York and was diagnosed with osteoarthritis. I could hardly walk. That relationship had affected me physically. I spent 4 years celibate and healing. Interviewed my narcissistic mom. Realized she was very similar to my ex. Oh, all right, you've been dealing with these narcissistic people. What a spiritual journey that was. It was quite painful to realize certain truths about my situation and myself. Well, I know that's right, because on your spiritual journey, it will reveal your life to you. And many times, it's not very pleasant to see it and to know it, but these things you must face to heal. When I came back to France to start a new life, I felt like I was born again. I forgave my mom and my exes and my stepfather because I understood their past. I started sleeping around just for sex for about 2 years and just ended all that in January 2024. Why? I decided that I was spreading my sexual energy too much, and it was affecting me mentally. You darn right it was affecting you mentally and physically. You were taking in all of those energies from every partner that you were with. All right. I tried to find a relationship with older men, but it failed. Now I am so happy and I feel so complete. I was an only child, so I'm already skilled at being happy alone. I'm a bit of a recluse, but I try to take part in social groups, art and sociology discussions. I deleted all dating apps. Good for you. I'm mostly at home because I love it. I'm currently enjoying reparenting myself. You know, you're loving yourself now. You see how important that is to love yourself? It makes all the difference in the world. I buy things and treat myself to things that make me happy. I take solo vacations and really enjoy traveling alone. I have some friends that are making dating mistakes over and over simply because a lack of self-love. You understand that now because you started your spiritual journey. You see, on your spiritual journey, these things were revealed to you. And your friends, it hasn't been revealed to them. So that's why they lack, self-love. It hasn't been taught to them. And it's something that they have not recognized that they lack. All right. I give them advice, but we end up fighting. They think I'm projecting or I'm jealous. Listen, you know what? When I started my spiritual journey, I learned that very early in the game. Unless people ask you, don't volunteer the information because they're not ready to hear it. And that's what ends up in a fight, you see. So be careful about sharing information that you learn along your journey. When people are ready, they will seek the information. You see, it will happen, they will be drawn to ask you questions about it if they are truly interested in it. But if they're not, for you to try to enlighten people that way, many people just shut you off and turn you off. They don't even hear what you got to say. They're not interested in what you have to say. Okay? I have it too. I have it, even in my family. I'm not interested in what I have to say. So, I put the information out there. If you're interested, great. If you're not, let it go. But when it comes to your family, no. They're just not ready to hear it, okay? I'm an empath, and my energy gets drained very easily by people who are needy and who trigger me with mistakes that I made years ago. Now wait a minute. You're only feeling their energy as a result of their mistakes, and you made these mistakes. But they're their mistakes. They're not your mistakes. You have to learn how to distance yourself from that. You can't take on everybody's energies, or you're not going to be able to be around them. Okay? And as an empath, I want to enlighten you on something. Being an empath is a gift. It truly is a gift that you can read the energies of other people. You are a giving soul. You are a wonderful soul. You understand? But you need to learn how to harness your energy. Work with this gift for your better good. And if you are an empath, you want to know how to develop your gift. And I shared this book before, and I'm going to share it again for you. And this is Empath by Judy Dyer. And it's a complete guide for developing your gift and finding your sense of self. Empaths can feel lost sometimes, but they don't understand that you are special. You are special. So in the description, you will find a link where you can get this book directly from Amazon. It's not a thick read, but it is a very important read, especially for empaths. Okay? I want to share that with you. Now, let's go on with this letter. You say your energy is drained very easily around people who are needy and triggered. Now, you being an empath, remember, these people are drawn to you. These needy people, they're They're naturally drawn to you because you are a giver. You see? So they need people who are givers. If they're needy, you need to distance yourself away from them. Because remember, you can't change them. You can only change yourself. So guard yourself from needy people. Don't stay around them when you know they're needy and allow them to trigger you, bringing you in a low vibration. And that's what's happening. When they get on your nerves and make you feel some sort of way, it shoots you into a low vibration. And you don't want to be there. You always want to be in a higher frequency because that's where your joy is. Okay? How should I go about talking to my friends? You should not bring up anything about your spiritual journey to them unless they ask. Now, if you want to be around your friends, and if they're not negative, and in your letter, it sounds like they can be pretty toxic. And you really don't need to be around toxic people. All right? As I said, it brings down your vibration. But if you have friends who are not toxic and you want to be around them, just be around them as a friend. You don't have to talk about your spiritual journey or there are subjects that you naturally want to stay away from, especially touchy subjects with your family like politics and religion and that kind of thing. All right, it's the same thing with your spiritual journey. Unless somebody asks for it, don't be quick to point out their faults because you know better. Don't do that. Don't do it at all. You be a light. You be the best version of yourself. And hopefully they'll see the light and want to be like the light. But don't point out to them their lack of self-love. You don't love yourself. That's why you're letting somebody do that to you or whatever like that. You can say the same thing and saying it in a different sort of way. I know my sister is a Sagittarian. And she's analytical. And the way that she delivers her speech or whatever it is, advice or whatever it is, very analytical and to the point. But some people can't take information like that. Some people, it needs to be smoothed a little bit. You understand? You may want to tell your friend, honey, you deserve better. And leave it like that. Don't criticize him or anything like that. But you can throw little things out like that. Some people can take it better. If you just drop a jewel and leave it alone. But don't try to beat them over the head. And don't keep pointing it out if you see them doing the same thing over and over and over. Because actually, see, this is all about your energy. If your friends never change their energy, what they're doing will never change. But your friends will have to decide that they want their reality to change, which means, they want better relationships. Yeah, they don't want to have the same thing over and over and over again. It's got to be from them to decide. You cannot decide for them because you care for them and you're their friend. You have to let it go. All right? But be a light for your friend because that can make a very big difference with them seeing you having a joyous life and happy all the time and high frequency all the time. People want to be around that. I'm telling you. It's like you turn a light bulb on in the dark and the bugs flock to that light. It's the same thing with you. You let your light shine. People want to be with the light. So be that all the time. Okay? All right. But empath, Don't allow people to put your light out and putting you in a low vibration. That's exactly what it does. It pushes your light out. Okay? All right. All right, let's see what else you're saying here. Okay, I give them some advice, but they end up fighting and think that I'm projecting or I'm jealous. I'm an empath, and my energy gets drained very easily by people who are needy or who trigger me with their mistakes. How should I be talking to my friends? I blocked one of them because she drained my energy by being so negative. But you couldn't get around it. You had to. The other is 15 years younger and is making another mistake just like she did twice before. It's on her. And as a friend, be a friend. Be supportive throughout. Don't be the friend to try to point out her mistake again. Just be supportive. And then if she asks you, what should I do? Because friends will, eventually ask you, this isn't working out. What do you think? What should I do? Then that's your end to tell her how you really feel about everything. You understand? Without criticizing her or him, or criticize the behavior that occurred. Okay, keep it that way, and then she can't be offended, especially if she decides to go back to him. Okay, it's a tricky situation when you're talking about these things. All right, but try to be neutral with whatever advice that you give, but only give your advice when you are asked for it. Okay? I feel uncomfortable pretending to be happy for them, even though I know they are making big mistakes. Well, I'm not saying be phony. You don't have to sit there and, I'm so... No, you can let her know that you're not happy with it. But you can still be supportive of your friend. You can even tell her, well, I don't think he's the right one for you. But if that's your choice, I support you in your choices. And leave it like that. If that friendship is valuable to you. But if you go in hard, pointing out all of her mistakes and her choices, she's going to shut you down. She's going to shut you down. And she's not going to want to hear anything you have to say. And even if you continue to be friends, there are going to be certain things about her relationship she's not going to share with you at all. Because she doesn't want to hear what you got to say about it. And she will probably continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. You see? But by being supportive and letting her know that you're there for her, even through her mistakes, there will come a time when she will ask you, well, what do you think? What do you think I should do? And then that will give you an opportunity to be helpful with the information that you have acquired on your spiritual path. Okay? I hope that that helps you. And I really hope that it helps someone to understand these things. When you found something good in your life, you naturally want to share it. You want to share it with people that you love. It's a natural thing. But some people are not ready to receive such information. They're just not ready for it. And it can affect them in different ways. For instance, let's say this. For instance, you discovered how to win the lottery. Let's say that. You discovered how to win the lottery. And now you've gone out and you've won it a few times. All right. So now you want to go and you want to share the information with maybe somebody close to your relatives. Well, some people will get jealous because you don't want so many times, and they may get jealous of you thinking that you know everything or whatever, and it could turn sour. You understand? Especially if they haven't come and asked you, show me how to win. Then they're really into it. Then they really want your input. But, I've just found through life on several occasions in my life, if people do not ask you for your information, keep it to yourself. And another thing with empaths, if people don't ask you for your help, stay out of it. And I've learned that the hard way through my own family because of my giving spirit. Especially if something happens with one of my children, I'm very quick to jump to aid, jump to the aid, jump to the defense. And I've learned that you can't do that all the time. You can't do it, period. Period. Unless you are asked for your help, it's better for you to stay out of it. Empaths. All right? So, again, the book that I recommended to you, it will help you with all of that, how to develop your gift, how to control your gift, and how to recognize your gift. I hope that you understood the topic today. Empaths are very gifted people, extremely gifted people. These are people who read other people's emotions. They are natural givers. They are free spirits in the world. But empaths, you must learn to guard your gift, to guard your energy, because the world is full of energy vampires who are out there to drain you of every drop. Love yourself and guard yourself. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.